List order. Welcome of guests and public comments. Which one of y'all, anybody wants to say anything before this board? Yes, Mr. Kimball.
Good morning.
Morning.
You know, I think your crew did the best job I've ever seen with their return flow moving around in all the years. But, you know, you sort of put them in a box with your 4-foot allotment last year. Mr. Rogers has got the Golden Globe Award for not being here. And I try to get along with the rest of you because, you know, it's like a lifetime appointment here. So, but, you know, that water is for farming, not for the city and the Lower Raleigh Water District. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Did you hear that, Enrique? And Pete?
Good job, sir.
Yeah, okay. Good job. Okay, next order of business, under tab 3, minutes of last meeting.
Jay. Renee's ready. Renee's ready.
Okay, and I forgot to say Al Blair is there. Thank you, Dr. Blair. And is Maria on?
Yes. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, they're there. Okay, good enough.
Wait, Renee's here too, because Maria said she wasn't gonna be here.
Oh, hello, Renee.
I told you not to come till I didn't
Whatever,
have to see
until
you.
you didn't need it, yeah. Well, good morning to both of you, and to Al, okay?
Good morning.
Does anybody see anything in the minute that y'all had time to approve? Okay,
Move to approve.
all right, Mike made a motion to approve. Larry second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, motion passed. Let's see here. Lisa, no.
Today.
Mary, oh, she was ready.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Our first report is our investment report. I went ahead and invested on our treasury bill for 1 year at a rate at 4.11%.
Okay.
And I went ahead and checked what's the daily rate as of today. For that 1 year is 4.07.
Okay, is that same CD? No, let's see here. Is
No,
that-
we do have an additional CD with Westar. This
Okay,
will be an additional investment with the treasury bill.
okay. So where did that money come out of?
It will be coming out of our money market.
Money market? Okay, gotcha. Okey-doke. Yeah, I saw
Which
that.
our rate is at 4.26 for the
Okay.
month. For the
Not
month.
reflected here, but it's gonna happen.
Yes, correct. It will be reflected for the month of June.
Okay.
Also, with discussing with our account rep at Westar, I went ahead and had a feel of what the rates would look like if we reinvested on an additional CD. And right now, at this time, the rates, this was as of last week, 3.83.
Oh,
This was below
Drop
the
a little
treasury bill.
so that's why the treasurer did.
Correct.
Okay, very good move, thank you. On balance sheet, I just have one question because you have to remind me about these things. Line 11,600, accounts receivable other, what is that?
Okay, and that amount increased, and I went ahead and submitted the first quarter and second quarter for the 2001 implement contract
That is,
with El Paso Water.
okay, so that's 2001.
Correct, and each quarterly invoice is $515,665.
Okay,
So we
now
have a
based
total-
on, I noticed in our last minutes, that's based on that 1.5 foot water
Correct, that's right.
for that contract, okay. Okay. Gentlemen, you got any questions on the balance sheet? I assume we can go to net revenue, huh, Mary?
Yes, correct. On our operating income, we are at 66%. It does not reflect the payments once those payments are received. Hopefully by the end of June, that will significantly increase and get closer to our budgeted revenue income.
Okay, you're saying right now we're at 66.
Correct.
And if you look above at the third party up committee, 4251, is that the real number, or is that when we didn't know how much water we were going to get, or?
That was just an estimate.
Okay,
I will be working this month on bringing to you the following month a budget amendment.
budget amendment, okay.
So we will have a decrease.
Because
on-
unfortunately, that's going
That's
that
going
way,
down.
right? Okay. Unless it rains like crazy somewhere above the dam, okay, never mind. Drain maintenance though, that's ongoing and that number should be correct on the revenue side, it's right below that third party implementing.
So we do have our quarterly invoice that goes out for 84,000
Okay.
each quarter, and also what's included is the 200,000 of any capital improvements. And that is between Pete and El Paso Water, if there's any improvements involved with any of our drains.
Okay. And those improvements are?
Any kind of drain maintenance, mowing, cleaning,
Oh, I got it.
anything within the city of El Paso.
Okay, so that's added on to that, all right. Okay. Gentlemen, you got anything else? Somebody wants to? Okey-doke, Mary.
The following is our $1,000 check report.
Okay,
This is just for our information. What's that? Aqua Cal, number 14, Chief?
It's the software we use, the river team, for metering the river. It's the software that we use, so yeah, then we have a little gauge computer that we put on the, across the river to meter.
Meter.
Basically, get the CFS in the canal, so yeah, we got a few models. We got some new ones. Actually, just one.
well, along those same lines on 19, I'm just curious, what in the heck is solid J bulbs for use at bill checks?
Those are the actual rubbers that go on the side of the radials to keep them from leaking. And they're called J bolts because they kind of look like a J and it's got a big bulb in the end.
Gasket.
Yeah, that's fit in next to the siding there.
Yes,
so
sir.
it seals it off.
Yes, sir.
And you found a place here, where's Seabreeze Culvert? Is that here in local?
No, this is, we have to order.
Had to order.
Yes, sir.
I'm curious, because I run into that all the time on my farm, where you're on the side panels there.
Actually, I think Seabreeze is based out of, I think it's Houston.
Okay,
And they also sell corrugated pipe.
okay,
Yes.
thanks.
I was looking at our dyed diesel. How are we going on those tanks that we went on this order?
We're going to, get you some proposals, I've got one, so we're working on two more, proposals on different tanks, and yeah, so, we'll get those presented to you, for preliminary approval for the budget for next year.
Number 20, the tachometers, don't they come with that anyway? The well tachometers?
Yes, they were 25, 24 years old. so
Yeah, we're replacing the originals.
They won't last forever? What's up with that?
Yeah, I think the wind did them in this year.
They all have those switches, right?
Murphy.
Called
Murphy
Murphy switch. All of them have that anyway, right?
They wear out. I was surprised too. I've had a couple of my farm do that.
Correct.
They just quit working. Or they'll get pegged, and then they run pegged.
Oh.
They fade eventually.
The 4 through 10, I think, or on the concrete, see some city materials. Is that allocated or set aside, or is that paid through a grant, or is that?
This is a
our
grant,
share?
yes, sir, this is a grant, reimbursable grant, from, USBR, 50%.
Is that this- Oh, okay, is that the reimbursement? I got you.
That's the
And-
reimbursable amount.
Yeah, when
That's
they-
the
It's
50 cent.
50/50.
So it's,
yes.
we're paying 50% of this then, at
Correct.
the end of the day, after we get reimbursed.
Correct, and this was a bid for the Shot Creek, I mean, this was a low bidder, so, lowest qualified bidder, maybe rephrase my
Who
statement.
was the lowest qualified?
GCC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the reason for the the concrete supplier needs to set aside, dedicate a certain amount of trucks from the fleet to Shot Creek
Yeah,
because of the
they
gravel.
don't like it.
And they don't like to do that, so some come in extremely high, but yeah, because having to clean the trucks daily in the evening, is too much work, I suppose, I don't know, so they just dedicate a few trucks.
What's the cubic yard for that going?
180.
And the regular concrete, 3,000 PSI is what, 170?
Same, yeah, well, it depends.
They don't
Other
like-
vendors are about 200, so it just.
Holy cow.
Can you explain that quickly? Why? What's wrong with the ground?
So
Gonna be
the concrete, the normal 3,000 PSI for concrete, the gravel's 3/4 inch or larger, and the nozzle, when we shoot on the shotcrete,
Can't
cuts
take
it up. So yeah, ours is like 3/8,
So they have to screen it a little.
and they don't clean it, and it creates, it's a dangerous job to, on the nozzle guy, so it jerks pretty bad, so.
We can have a blowout.
That too, although I think we've gotten a lot better, no, the screening, and I think the guys,
Yes.
you've tied it down, so
Yes.
there's a lot of measures that Pete has taken and Enrique to ensure the safety of our guys, but if the nozzle does get plugged up, but I think the deliveries have been much better here as of late.
Do we do our own slump tests to check the plasticity of the concrete?
We have slump cones, we
Slump
do
cones.
slump, but we have a third-party lab that takes it as well.
All right.
Yeah, hey, on shotcrete slump, you don't do a slump test.
I'm sorry,
It's,
yeah, we shoot the blocks, sorry, yeah, thank you.
Is it a block?
That's, we do a strength test, but it has to be very liquid. We add special chemicals to make it flowable. So the slump test isn't a valid measure of quality in a shotcrete operation.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Blair, that's a 1 by 1,
Real cone?
1 foot by 1 foot square, 4 inches high. So that's what they take to the lab.
Okay.
We shoot those, it's not the compressive regular film.
Wow.
Spring system, just be careful, it's a safety thing.
So,
Yes.
so according to this, we used 360 yards on that, what was it, Enrique, Montoya?
The
We used that
Montoya,
much
the
there.
eight, the branch eight,
I'm sorry?
Montoya eight.
Yeah, the one,
That was from Limper.
yeah, I know, but what was that, 1,000 something feet,
1,300.
1,300 feet at 360? Wow.
You gotta remember, that's 1,300 linear feet,
Yeah.
but you got your
You
walls
got
on
your
your floor.
width and
25 foot across.
Wow. 360 yards. And you kept those trucks busy, didn't you? Man.
Yeah, come on, great, did a real good job.
Okay, 44, just a question. Septic tank removal and new installation, can you peel?
Septic tank,
Yeah.
that was the
Septic
the
tank
septic.
removal and replacement?
Yes, a brand new one was installed, yes, sir.
Wow.
And I do have a couple of, I do have a slide on it, so you can kind of see what it looks like now.
Okay,
Is the city not able to, we don't connect to a city?
There's no storage right now in
Not
that
yet.
area.
Not yet?
yeah.
We're trying to hold off for some future connections, but now they said there wasn't in the.
And it's shallow to groundwater there, it's pretty high, if I remember.
Right, and that was a concern, so yeah, we got a concrete tank that's gonna not float, so we're good.
Is that what happened on the other one?
No, the other one's like 50 years old, I guess.
The other one's that's as old as the yard is.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
well, then that's.
So it serves
It's due
its
for it.
lifetime. But yeah, now they provided a quote for a poly tank, and I was like, being next to the river, I was a little worried
Yeah.
about the buoyancy, yeah. So, no, they did a real good job, leach lines and all.
course, even those concrete things can float, you know.
Yes, but not as easy.
Heaven forbid we get a flood in there.
Is the 48 to 50, is that our usual bill? Or is it up or higher? Higher or lower?
It varies every year.
How do you feel?
It all depends on what they plan on repairing.
How does it feel this year?
This year, it's been
Okay.
average, yes.
Okay.
And I see that Mr. Stubbs collecting his check.
Yes.
That's for a year.
I think for a while.
Yes.
For a
That's
while.
over
Yeah.
now. Right?
Hey, as long as the proof's in the pudding, we got the settlement, so hey, done.
It's on it, it's on its
Well-
way, in progress.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you know what Art said, it's 99.
99.
Yes.
Oh, shit, you're not there yet.
You're not there.
That lady hasn't sung it, right?
Well, there's possibility for certain people I will not name to throw grenades, so. Sorry about that, I did say that, didn't I, Maria and Renee? Yeah, there's possibility, and I think 99% is a good number. Okay. Mary, credit cards. Doing good. Enrique, Robert, be proud of you.
Man. I guess the cards are only, you shouldn't max more than $200 for a credit card. Going
There you
forward,
go,
right?
there you
Put a cap on the $200. Yeah,
Right.
you're good.
go. Okay,
And the final report is our legal and consulting.
next tab. And you see how those costs, that's why we're rooting for this settlement too. We're hoping this 99% turns into 100, but they still got a ways to go.
Man,
Anybody got any more questions of Mary?
I'm a little confused on the Rio Grande contract.
Okay. Ask.
Why so much?
Oh, gosh,
204,000.
that's the last few months, when everything's accelerated.
Correct.
Okay.
That was Denver, that was Philadelphia, I mean, that's everything.
Wow, it's impressive. It's a good one.
No, it's not impressive, it's just what it costs.
That's out.
Yeah.
The parties were good. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, Mary,
Thank
thank
you.
you, appreciate it. Rose, Sonia? How you doing, Rose?
I'm doing well. How about
Thank
you?
you, Rose.
Good morning.
Good. Good.
We do have one tax adjustment, and this resulted from a tax sale. So we're removing $389.34.
Okay, and we're writing those off because the tax sale didn't generate enough money to pay.
Exactly. Yeah, so the money that was collected was not enough to pay the water taxes.
Okay.
Though, the new owner will be responsible for the 23 and 24.
Good. So there's nothing we can do about those, right?
No, sir.
Okay.
If I can get board approval.
Oh,
Move to
yeah.
approve.
Second.
Mike made a motion, Larry second, all in favor of that adjustment, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Motion passed.
Thank you. Our next report is an update on leases for El Paso Water, Lower Valley Water District, and taxes.
Okay,
Do you all have any questions?
5 more suits closed.
Yes, sir. Our last report is a comparison between 2023-2024 tax assessment. This time in June, we were at 96.5732%. Presently, we're at 96.3390%.
Okay, still behind it,
Yeah, we're
Pretty
still
close,
trending.
pretty
Yeah, but we got notices going up next month.
pretty close, yeah. And there's water, so maybe you'll get a little bit of money.
It has actually been coming
Has
in.
it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you very much, Rose.
Thank you, Rose.
Thanks for
Rose.
keeping those books, thank you. Let's District engineers reports, we're ready for Water Master. Al, you wanna go to Enrique? Or do you wanna say something?
No, I'm good, I can go.
Okay,
Okay,
go ahead.
we'll do it together like we normally do.
Yeah, just do it.
Let me go ahead and share my screen. You guys see that okay?
Yes.
So that's what Enrique has to put up with. This is the initial release at the water below Mesilla, which is our water in Mexico. And to the far left of this hydrograph is the initial, when the water first arrived. And then each time it drops is when some operation in EBI upstream. Some of these we did on purpose to try to control the water. But we also obviously have to, EBID has to come on board too. Sort of the middle of this is once we're up and operational, you'll see that, and then these are changes based on EBID's requests upstream. But we're seeing a pretty good response in terms of the losses going down in Rincon, and pretty good response in the losses going down below Mesilla Dam. They were high, initially higher than they'd ever been below Mesilla Dam for the first part, but they've come back down for this week. The losses in the middle part, what we affectionately call the black hole, that's up north of Mesilla Dam, below Leesburg Dam, right in sort of the middle of the metropolitan area, is still very high. But at the same time, we have certain gate operations that do cause us some irregularities that we have to put up with down here. So this is not abnormal. This is actually better than normal. But you can understand what we have to deal with and why we spend so much time trying to study and model the river to get your water down to you. We had hoped to get it about a day earlier, but the losses were so great in the pretty much the Mesilla to Anthony part of the river. This time they're greater than they'd ever been before. That it slowed us down by a day. But also, it had been a very aggressive schedule. We've gotten, over the years, much better at getting the water down faster. And we still got the water down, I think, about 4 hours quicker than we did last year, which was, of course,
Al, this is Renee. I have a question that everybody else probably knows, but why do you think the initial losses were high, and why do you think upstream, and why do you think that overall it's better than usual?
Well, we're talking about not the losses. The losses are worse than usual. The arrival of water and the operations to get the water to the farmers are better than usual.
What does that mean, the latter thing?
It means we have people that order water from the district, and we're charged with delivering it to them on time. And it means we're able to do that more efficiently.
So it's a timing,
more accurately.
it's a timing issue on the lower end then, right?
Right. So you obviously it's not a pipeline, so we can't just open a spigot.
So why are the losses higher than usual upstream?
I don't know. I think a lot of those probably are for closed session.
Okay.
Okay.
Since we're still in litigation over the losses. But those lines that you see on there are the rate of recovery lines. They're not, how fast I estimate that we're able to get up, trying to get back up to order down below. So you can see that those shapes mean quite a bit to me. And this very last one, we balance on those differences on those lines. We do a calculation, and the last one didn't balance. That's why I've highlighted it. So we talked to EBID about it. EBID has been very cooperative and very hardworking to make this all happen. They can't control the losses either. To some extent, they obviously the seepage from the river, So they've done everything they can do to, well, we've got an agreement that's in the operating agreement to split any shortages, and they did that with us. So I think it was a little bit of a challenge, but everybody worked really hard, and Enrique can talk to it on the district level. I'm just talking at the river level. But let me go back up and I'm trying really hard to give you guys good news only, but at the same time, I gotta be very cautious about what we're going on. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Is that a little bigger for you?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That hurts.
It looked better when it was smaller.
Yeah, that shows too much, we're seeing exactly what's going on. Wow.
Okay, so yeah, that's the that's the bad news. I get it over with right away. Obviously, we don't have much water, and it's dropping fast.
Wow.
We're using it up fast. This is a graph of the release from Caballo. So the top curve is the flow rate, and excuse me for a second. Let me turn that off. And so you can see we're making changes according to the demand downstream and the losses. We had to go up a little bit, but it hasn't been. We haven't had to make very big changes. We're right on track. We've used up 21% of the usable water already in the first 12 days of release. That's about 15 days of our schedule. So obviously we're using water faster than we have days, but you have to understand EPCWID will shut off early, and we'll be the only ones on the river, so there'll be a lot, that curve at the top will drop, and you can see the total amount released is pretty much a straight line. In terms of the acre feet release, we're a release of 60,000 right now. So any questions on that curve? We're on just, even though we're 21% of the water and only 15% of the time, we're still on track. Right now for what we're doing.
When you say on track, you mean for our cutoff date, meaning August 8th or something like that, we're hoping?
Yeah, we targeted, we're looking, obviously, we can't predict that exactly, depends on a lot of things, mainly the rain, like you brought up, is a big impact on us. So we would think the worst case would be around August 1st, and in the best case around August 15th.
Okay.
So we got a 2 week window. We're right in the middle of that right now.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit.
I thought it was raining up there.
Too early to tell.
Yesterday, wasn't it, or the day before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
No, I was hoping we get some big rains. I thought we had some here in the last few days above the dam, no? I guess.
That's later, the next few slides.
Okay.
These are the hydrographs for Del Norte in Colorado, up there near Animas, where you guys went to the compact meeting. The Narrows is the Narrows down by San Marcial. That's basically a San Marcial, and that's what's going into Elephant Butte. This is so you can see the snow melt is still occurring up there, and the river's running strong. Ottawa is in the middle, excuse me. It's the order at the top is not sequenced quite right, but so it's looking. This is controlled from the releases from Abiquiu and some other things. It's starting to fall off, but a lot of this water is being diverted, and then the bottom one is going into the river. The importance of Ottawa is that this is generating a compact obligation. And in general, during drought, most of the water in Ottawa is under the compact is targeted for the project. So there's a big difference between what's Herman Sedmeyer always used to call it ringing the bell. This is the curve that rings the bell and says they have a delivery obligation, and down here is what they actually delivered. We do see that rainfall event or that's what triggered it. It might have been a release. I haven't tracked it down. There was a little bump in it. It looks like a storm event. Usually those bumps are. And then you can see that it's picked up, which is good. And that probably wasn't because the release is dropping. There's about 5 days between this curve and this curve, so you can't correlate them exactly. But the fact that this curve's still rising, it's dropping here, and the travel time is a little bigger than this graph. But this indicates that we did have some sort of moisture come in from the middle Rio Grande, from one that wasn't really diverted, that got in the river. So that had to be stormwater runoff. But I didn't track any arroyos or any of that. That takes a lot of, none of that data is easily accessible because it usually comes in the forms of small channels. But so that's good. This slope is good, but it's going to decrease. But we're not even up to half of what's going across Ottawa. Drought, as you guys know, the watershed's pretty dry. It hasn't gotten any better. In fact, it's gotten worse. So even though, but this is a weekly analysis, and it may change with this recent rainfall a little bit. This is the good news for the day. So although these are 30-day forecasts and they're not very accurate, but it's nice to at least for them to tell us that we're at equal chances or in the watershed slightly above equal chances of getting more precipitation. It is going to be monsoons here pretty quick. And in terms of the temperature, it is going to be warmer, but it always seems to be warmer, but at least part of the watershed has it just slightly warmer. So I'm doing that. Again, we don't have much water. Everybody knows that. That's why our allocation is reduced, and it's dropping fast. But it's on track for what we had planned. So I'll answer any questions you guys might have.
That drought might be look better in black and white.
Yeah. Okay, you know, when it rang that bell, Al, he doesn't mean all that water is, meaning it comes to us at Ottawa, right? There's still the middle Rio Grande?
That's the Ottawa is the obligation point under the compact, and during a drought situation, most of the water is obligated to the project.
Okay. Okay.
We can't stop Middle Rio Grande from taking the water.
Right.
That's a compact issue.
Yeah. Okay, all right. All right, thank you, Al. Ricky?
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Just to give you some numbers here, history. So for our return flow, we finished here a week ago. So from February 1st to June 2nd, in 2023, we irrigated about 24,000 acres. And this year we did 25,000.
A little more.
Just a little more than 2023.
Okay.
And since the release, we've already currently irrigated 6,000, close to 7,000 acres with allotment water. And currently we're working on 4,000 acres currently. And we have about 4,000 from here to the weekend to irrigate. We are, like Dr. Bear said, those curves that the river does, and we're a little short right now, so we're going to be turning on some wells to help us out for the weekend. We're going to start small tracks. Our first small tracks are going to start this weekend, Group 1.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we lost another ditch rider today, this morning.
Oh, no.
I'm down two. I was down two. We hired one yesterday. Hopefully he'll start on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're on only 2 ditch riders?
I'm down
Two.
two,
Down.
and then I just hired one yesterday. So
Oh, you're down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, I got you. I thought you meant, run this whole way. 24 hours a day, how you gonna do that? Okay. Okay.
trying to keep our ditch riders.
Okay.
It's been,
Yeah, then train them, because it takes a while for that guy to understand how many CFS he's seeing there in those gates.
yeah.
You don't bring him from within, or do you hire him from the outside? In other words, to be part of the training, right?
From the outside,
You-
any application, actually, the gentleman we hired yesterday, he was walking, the interview right then and there, and
Said, you're hired.
You're hired.
you're hired. But pretty much anybody that walks in that door, I'll hire.
We hired 2 weeks ago,
3.
2 of those.
One lasted a
Two of
week.
those.
Yeah.
You sound like hiring on my farm, it's about to say.
Yeah.
Anybody that's
Figure out his
employed is
work.
having issues.
Like, hey, this is work.
Yeah, I don't want, what do you mean? You actually want me to work?
Right.
Yeah, overpaying you, you know, I don't know how to do that. I know how to use my cell phone.
Think Al's got one of those ditch rider hats? He does everything else.
He can do it, I'm sure he
Sure
can.
he's good.
What do you think, Al?
I don't think he's had a day off.
You gotta take the telemetry.
I've served my time as a ditch rider when I was very young, so, me and Robert were in the field for the first 20 years, so.
Yeah, long time.
So right now, we're lucky that Pete has some guys that know that we're ditch riders, so we're using them as well.
When you can, yeah.
And they're helping us train as well.
Yeah, I know you and Pete work together a lot, so we appreciate that. That's good. Thank you, appreciate it.
I just wanna tell you,
Thank you.
Enrique, you're doing a good job. I agree with Mr. Kimple on how you handled the return flow. It was fabulous.
Thank you.
You did a good job. I just want everybody to know that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, Pete.
Well, I didn't have 4 guys equipped, but I lost 4 guys to Enrique. So I guess that counts too, right? Okay, so yeah, that's, we work for the same district, we're one team, so we gotta help each other out, he does the same for me when it's, winter maintenance, so. I'm just paying the favor back. Okay, just a quick, I don't have too many pictures for you guys today. We've been doing a lot of cleanup, a lot of digging, hauling a lot of dirt that we had dug out during the winter maintenance, so we're still trying to catch up a little bit. Not only do we have 4 guys running operations, but then I also lost some guys tonight, so we do have a maintenance crew in the night. And we do have maintenance crews out here 24/7, so they're needed, they're available. This is the septic tank that went into the Cantillo yard. Okay, and the other one was just giving us too much trouble. We were almost having to pump it out, what was it, Jay, once every 2 weeks or something like that? So, the leach lines, I don't think it ever had any. It was just a very old system. So, these guys did a great job, and they did it pretty quick. They were in and out within 2 days.
Aside from the few overflows.
Correct, yeah, we did have a couple of
So, yeah, we
overflows.
were trying to find.
Not even the dogs next door liked us.
How long have we had that facility in Cantillo?
I'm gonna assume probably, I know it's been over 45 years.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay, so, unfortunately, this is the only picture I've got on the Montoya drain. We were working on this drain here, I'm getting it cleaned up, when we received a call and we were pretty much, stopped from doing any kind of maintenance to our drains, because of, I guess, some laws that pertain to it. So Jay and Al are looking into it to try to rectify this. So for right now, we are not doing any mowing or any drenching or anything within our drains.
Who stopped you, Judge? or-
Well, no, we had a person call and claims that there was baby birds in the area, and so
It was the same time the Feather Lake.
when it burned, it was the exact same
burned
day.
down And migratory birds, so, yeah, we've addressed it, we've been in contact, Pete, with the, game warden and myself as well, so we're working through it, and yes, we should be back on track here next week.
Okay, so that's what's going on with the drain. So if you guys don't see any excavators out there parked, that's the reason.
Is that the one by the willows? No.
Yeah, that's right down the
Right.
Montoya drain, right below Montoya Road.
Yeah, I think it's right
The one on the Willows, luckily we were completed with it before we got the complaint.
There's where you get your complaints.
Yes.
But they called, the two, the Willows, that gentleman and his brother, they called if we could go clean up. They were, yeah, they were anxiously waiting for a few weeks, but yeah, they.
Oh, we actually got an email from the mayor asking us to clean it out. But unfortunately, this is something that's a little different, and like Jay said, you know, we're working through with the, game warden, you know, I've talked to the game warden a couple of times already. But I think it's a little bit more intense than just the game wardens. So we're just making sure that we got our bases covered and not get in trouble.
You said game warden, are these protected birds of some sort?
Yes.
No, these are migratory birds.
Oh,
It's just the law, the federal law, yeah, no, there weren't any birds, it was just federal law.
Yeah, so like I told the game warden, I go, so you protect these birds so we can go shoot them during September. during hunting season, you know?
there you go. There you go.
But, yeah, that's the way it works, you
You're not
know?
helping people.
But, either way,
It's primarily a nesting issue, so and Pete, you're right, a lot of the activists with in this Migratory Bird Act were hunters. So it's a federal act that's been around for a long time. And it's geared towards making sure the game birds can reproduce.
Wow, okay.
okay, now this is the East Drain again, this is now, out of the city, it's, so this is just a before and after picture, same East Drain, a little further downstream. New Mexico Drain. River drain, and the fading strain. It's just some before and after pictures of some of the work that had been done. Water drain. And then this, the Franklin Canal up by the downtown area, this is up there by Piedras, Eucalyptus, and this is the Franklin Canal. We're doing a little bit of cleanup and mowing before and after picture. That's over by the zoo. A lot of these areas, I just don't have the room to actually mow from top of the bank, so we're having to get inside the channel to get it done.
When was these pictures taken?
These were taken right before the release of water, like maybe 2 weeks before the release of water, which was maybe mid-May.
That's cool.
Franklin Canal. And then again, like I mentioned earlier, we are doing a lot of digging. Well, we were doing a lot of digging. Now we're concentrating more on removing all the dirt that we pulled and hauling it to areas that we need it.
I saw that last picture. That's a lot of dirt you took out of that. When you're taking it, where?
And we're taking it, right now we're taking it to the A where we did the shotcrete. We're bringing up the bank to where it's above the concrete. So we're using it in areas that we need it. This is the Franklin Canal right at Rosedale. Before and after picture, and this is on the downstream side, as you can see that center.
Wow.
Always completely flooded.
Hey, that's pretty good.
More on the Franklin Canal. And then we're also doing some of our laterals. This is the green lateral from the heading downstream. Those other pictures were from La Playa. And then this is the playa right on the other side of the border highway. A couple of dust abatement gates that were paid by some homeowners, trouble with the ATVs and so on and so forth. This gentleman here paid for a gate to be installed on Denton Road and one on the other side over by Coffin, by the Coffin lateral. This is a project over here on the Cuadrilla checks. This one here is still leaking a little bit over on the left side. We stabilized the check itself. Now we gotta go in there, kind of break it out, break the floor out, because it's coming from that left gate there underneath, and it's making its way around. So that's still leaking, but, we will be addressing it right after water season. It should be good till after water season. So we did pour some flowable fill in there and, just to stabilize everything, make sure we don't lose the concrete. This is on the, Cook and Shoals. It had an old, concrete collar on it that was still leaking, so we went out there, busted that out and just, reported with a concrete collar. This is over by Angel Dominguez's place. That's where it crosses over the fading drain. Coffin Wasteway collapsed until end of the last pipe collapsed into the drain. So we went in there and replaced that. We still gotta go under backfill a little bit more. We're still working on this one. That's a turnout on the branch B that hadn't been used in probably 20, 25 years. So we went out there and reactivated it. We removed 2 additional turnouts that were not needed anymore. One of those turnouts was in pretty good shape, so we took it from this area and we installed it on the Sanelli. And you'll see pictures of that here in a few. That's the branch B, so we activated that turnout, so we'll be using it this in 2 weeks. This year's on the Socorro lateral, we had a person that had a mobile home here, and apparently the bank or something else, they came in here and pulled a mobile home without letting us know and destroyed our Socorro lateral. Fortunate enough with Sharon's help and Jay's help that we were able to contact the responsible party.
Wow.
So we are working on this, we're pouring this today, and we will send them the bill for the damage that occurred.
Where is it at, Pete?
This is on the Socorro at Place Road, almost at the tail end of Socorro now.
It's not gonna be cheap.
It's not gonna be cheap, no.
I hate to see it mobile home.
Yeah.
It doesn't have access, legal access to a public roadway, so they somehow got it in there a few years back, but there's a repossession, so they would.
That may cost more than mobile home.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. This is on the Guadalupe, this is also some concrete that had been busted out, so we went in there and replaced the concrete. The Guadalupe right below the 206 hanging. And this is the turnout that I was mentioning a few minutes ago on the Sanelli. So one of the old turnouts that we pulled from branch B, we relocated it over here. It was in good shape. That was the old turnout that was removed. That was right behind the head wall, so we really couldn't repair that. That's the turnout after we completed with it. And then this just occurred on this weekend. As you can see, if you look at the bottom of the channel, there's like about a 4-foot hole. So
Yeah.
here, we have a lot of problems because of the trees that are on the other side of the storm drain. This is right here on Zaragoza and North Loop. So anytime we have any kind of gopher holes here, unfortunately, we have to go out there and tear the whole bank out and kind of just start from the bottom and work our way up. So we have to go all the way to the channel of the storm drain itself. We've cut out approximately about 40 feet of bank to repair it. So we finished this yesterday, and Enrique in fact put water in it yesterday afternoon. Correct, Enrique?
Yes.
And I haven't heard anything, so I'm guessing it's holding up pretty good.
Is that our equipment or is that?
Yes, that's our equipment.
It's pretty good.
Yes, yeah, we basically just covered everything up and just built a brand new channel. That's what we left after we walked away. And that's all I got for today, gentlemen. Any questions for me?
Thank you.
Thanks, Pedro.
Thank you, guys.
Busy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Was that what? Okay. All right, let's see your subdivision. I think it's time for Sharon here.
Application 3610 by Alejandro Jr. for Union State subdivision. there is an aerial in your packet, and also a copy of the aerial land certificate. Licensing has reviewed this application and recommends it for approval.
There was a question, about
Yeah.
the subdivision Larry was asking. So these are outside of the city limits, and there are actually 3 legals in the same lot, I guess, but it's not platted. So they combined all 3 legals to make one lot, and they named it Munis Estates or whatnot. So yeah, so that way it'll be platted as a subdivision, but so that way it'll be
Okay.
essentially one tax haven as opposed to 3 and separate for the same lot, yeah.
Okay. So now they're gonna be all legal in there.
They'll be under one, and it'll be just subdivision, Munis Estates, it's 1.4 acres, so.
Okay. Well, let's do that one first.
I'll make the motion to approve it.
All right, Larry made the motion, Jared second. All in favor of that application, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. All right, how about the next one?
Application 2618 by Golden Brothers Development for Horizon Park Unit 3. Also, there's an aerial and a copy of the aerial land exhibit in your packet. Licensing has reviewed this application and recommends it for approval.
Now, this is not what you were talking about, a combination, this is a regular old.
This is a brand new, that was a bid, a
Yeah,
5 acre.
Bowling Brothers.
They put like
Okay.
15 lots in there.
Near,
It's on Horizon.
Horizon.
yeah, near Horizon.
Meets our standards?
Yes, yes, so there are no irrigation facilities next to or adjacent, but it does have water rights. It's going up towards Horizon Boulevard, up towards Freeway.
Move to approve.
All right, Mike, made a motion to approve, Larry second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, motion passed. Let's go on down to the, there's a dewatering license,
Application
15.
3620 by Lower Valley Water District, and they are going to be dewatering into the Sarita Lado. Licensing has reviewed this application and recommends it for approval.
Okay. This is pretty simple, straightforward dewatering.
Yes.
Okay,
I'll make the motion.
all right, Larry made the motion,
Second.
Garrett second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay. And let's see here, 18, declaration of surplus land.
Yes, it's up here on the screen too. I think that Sharon too, an aerial. So this is in Favens. It's at the heading of the Tornillo Canal on the left, along the left side, and then the Favens waste channel is on the bottom. So it's this triangle. So yeah, this is the designated, I guess we're requesting to designate it as surplus. It doesn't have any facilities, canals, lateral drains on the actual land. So it's this triangle that you see here. It's approximately 2.3 to 2.5 acres.
Okay, about 2.5 acres. All right, my only question is, and y'all's thinking about it, you don't envision it ever needing it for storage of anything?
No, we discussed it in great length with operations and maintenance, both Enrique and Pete, and yes, it's been,
It's kind of hard to access this one, right?
it's landlocked. You
It's
can't
landlocked.
access it.
Yeah, there's no way to get in.
There's one individual on one side of the triangle, and the other 2 is by us. But it's basically just a maintenance situation, so we gotta go out there continuously and clean it up and whatnot.
The only access is 8th Street? That would be the only access? from this
That's
street?
it, but nobody can access it because that's our property.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8th Street ends at the Riverside and the Riverside Canal Extension and the Tornillo heading up on the screen up here. And then, so it's private property. So
Who's the adjoining property owners?
Mr. Ángel Dominguez.
Didn't we talk to him or no?
Yes, he's interested in purchasing, so yeah, he has been interested for some time, but, yes, so we're designating it and, since he's the adjacent landowner, yeah.
Oh, there was one
That's-
back over this
Didn't we
way.
do this?
Question.
Like 6 months ago? Didn't we discuss this properly?
We thought we had, but, There was
That's what we
there was no motion.
We never made a motion?
There was
Declaring it
nothing,
surplus?
we cannot find.
You cannot
anything.
find, making a motion?
So,
Okay, well, this time we'll,
I could have sworn.
all we're doing right now is declaring it surplus. So I will entertain a motion
Move to approve as a recommendation of the administration,
that it is
that
surplus.
is surplus.
I'll second.
Mike made the motion.
I'll second it.
Will Jared second?
Oh,
Was it on your bad ear? On your bad ear?
Yes. I'm the
All
farmer's
in-
here.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed, same sign, so, okay. Let me look. All right, then that's it. We're done except for a closed session, so we can get caught up on our legal, things with the court case. So, saying that, let's take, it's 9:55, I think, about a 5-minute break, and then we'll go into closed session as of right now.